Monday. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning.
And new Maino.
New Maino.
Maino's back in the building. What's up, Maino?
What's up, baby?
You know we got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
Maino can't get enough.
Yeah. No, we love having Maino here. I always get excited when Maino texts me because I'm like, I hope that means he's coming up to the show.
It's like that.
Yes.
Wow.
And Maino comes in early too.
And Maino gets here when we get here.
Yeah.
Come on time.
He gets here when we get here.
He come here smiling. He come in smiling.
He opens the door like, new Maino.
Yeah.
But yes, we got a lot going on today. Blac Chyna is going to be joining us.
Yes.
Really, Angela White. That's her real name, and now that's what she goes by.
There
I
are
like that.
Two Angelas in the building.
I like that for her.
Yes, two Angelas. And she's gotten rid of the fillers. She's gotten rid of the injections.
How's the butt?
She said she loves her butt. You'll see.
Is it smaller?
Of course.
Is it smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you take all that out, it has to be.
No, you know what okay. We'll
talk to her about it.
Yeah, we'll talk to her about it.
Yeah, but I think that's it's a good thing. She feels better. We saw her get baptized.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes, indeed. So it is also a Monday, and we are going to start the show off like we always do.
Okay.
Where you guys get to shine a light. There was a lot of activity over the weekend.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that this morning. Cheryl Lee Ralph, when we had her on the show.
Yes.
She talked about an incident of something that happened to her. She was at a party, and a famous TV judge came and shoved his tongue down her throat in front of everybody. And then she was told by executives not to say anything.
Yes.
And so now there is a judge who responded to this. We're going to talk about that in a little while.
Okay.
But I want to get some real legal advice on this because we want to see if he really has a case.
Because I think I'm a lawyer, but I'm not. So I'm interested to see to a real lawyer.
Everyone thought they were a lawyer.
But if she didn't say no name, why he said anything?
Exactly, right? But we're going to see because I don't know. He kept saying innuendo.
That was his buzzword for
And
this.
I'm not a real expert. So Adam Orumland will be calling us. He's an attorney who works with Way Up with Angela Yee. He's going to let us know his expert opinion. But right now, let's get the show started where you guys get to call and shine a light on somebody who did something amazing for you. Or maybe it's just somebody you saw on the news and you're like, this person's really dope. I want to shine a light on them doing something positive. But we started off always with positivity because, I'm here, Maino's here, Jasmine from the Jasmine brand, and we're all very positive, shining lights.
Of course we are.
All right, 800-292-5150 is a number. Again, that's 800-292-5150. Call us up and shine a light on them.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And new Maino. Maino is here.
Back.
And we are shining a light on people doing positive things who have impacted our lives in some way. Even if you don't know them personally, people do have an impact.
Yes, for sure.
And 800-292-5150 is a number. I want to shine a light on somebody.
Okay.
My girl Ingrid Best.
Yes.
Now, Ingrid has worked in the spirits industry for like decades, I feel like. She's worked from places for Diddy at Ciroc and DeLeon. She's worked with Jay-Z for Douce and Bacardi. Before that, she was at Hennessy and Belvedere.
Right.
That's basically what she does. And now she has left to launch her own wines. I Best Wines. But she's also a really good friend of mine and a great business person. So when I need advice on certain things, she's the person that I call when I'm trying to figure out the best way to structure a deal. She's the person who I call. So I want to shout out to Ingrid Best. She just spent some months in South Africa because her wine is going to be coming in from South Africa. And so she was out there for a few months developing everything. So I love somebody that can take a leap of faith for themselves.
That's right.
And she really is a definition of a woman supporting other women. She always supports other women.
So shout out to Ingrid Best. Now we want you guys to shine a light. 800-292-5150. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. My name is Irene.
All right, good morning. You got great energy this morning.
Yes, thank you. I listen to you every morning. I'm an Uber driver, Angela. Just let you know, I stay tuning into your station. My passengers have no choice but to listen to your station when I'm listening to it.
I love it.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much. Who you want to shine a light on?
So I was on my mother and my siblings. The family that God blessed me with, I'm going through something right now in my life, and they are my backbone supporters. So shout out to my mom, Jean, my brother Abijah, my brother Lyle, my brother DJ Alfred, and my sister Zapio. I have 3 little ones. Anytime I need anything, without any hesitation, they are always willing to help me. So I just want to shine a light on them because they're doing an amazing job to help me with everything that I'm going through.
Oh, I love to hear that. All right, well, let's shine a light on them. You deserve it.
Thank you. And keep doing your thing. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Charles, who you want to shine a light on?
Morning, fam. Good morning. This is Charles calling from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a retired Marine. I just want to shine the light on one of the Marine guys that took me under his wing when I came in 1998. He didn't have to. He took me under his wing, showed me how this military game works, how to move, and because of that, I had a glorious career. So, Gunnery Sergeant White, shining my light on you.
All right, Sergeant White, thank you so much, and thank you for your service.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Listen to y'all every morning.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Johnny, who do you want to shine a light on this morning?
My pastor Cedric, and Deborah Carthon.
Okay, Pastor Cedric.
If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here today. I'm a veteran, so they helped me through a very, very bad time.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, and we want to shine a light on you as well. But I am so glad to hear that. So you're able to go to church, talk to your pastor.
Yeah. For 3 years, I was in my car, so they helped me a lot.
Oh, that's a blessing. All right. Well, that's a great couple to shine a light on this morning. All right. Well, that was Shine a Light on them. 800-292-5150. In case you didn't get through, you can always leave a message for the last word. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. We'll be talking the biggest story over the weekend. Jonathan Majors. Find out what happened. He got arrested, but now they're saying that the woman is recanting her story. We'll tell you all about it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And new Maino
Back.
is back in the building.
Yeah.
All right. I love our prep behind the scenes off air. But we were talking about Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors was arrested over the weekend in New York City. Saturday morning, police responded to a call. It was around 11 p.m. And it was somewhere in Chelsea in Manhattan. He is being accused of assaulting a woman, his girlfriend. And according to TMZ, they were in a taxi returning home from a bar in Brooklyn. They got into a heated discussion. They said that she actually looked at his phone and saw he was texting another woman.
Uh-oh.
And then he was angered by this, allegedly.
She was angered first.
Yeah, she was angered. Then he was angered that she was looking at his phone, allegedly. And then he proceeded to grab her hand and slap her. The woman also says that he put his hands around her neck.
Oh.
Okay, now he's denying all of these claims.
Okay.
According to his attorney, he's done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. By the way, right after this happened, the U.S. Army pulled commercials that featured his voice on it. The Be All You Can Be commercials. There's 2 of them. He was the on-screen narrator. They pulled them on Sunday, even though he hasn't been found guilty of anything. He's been accused. And now she is recanting the assault allegations. So she provided a statement outlining the situation, and the attorney is saying that he is completely innocent.
I believe that. He's innocent.
But we don't know what happened.
I believe he's innocent.
Maino?
Yeah, I believe he's innocent.
Okay.
Free him.
All right. Well,
he's not locked up, Maino.
According to his statement, the evidence that they expect will clear him includes video footage from the vehicle where the episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting the allegations. They said the woman was having an emotional crisis and she was taken to the hospital for that emotional crisis.
So she wasn't bruised up.
Well, now
they didn't say that, Maino.
According to the
report,
attacked
him when she saw the
according to the report, he caused minor injuries to her head and neck, and his reps have released a statement saying that he did nothing wrong.
He just probably restrained her.
We're gonna wait and see.
Maino behind the scenes.
You texting somebody else?
Maino.
I do think the U.S. Army, though, pulling those commercials right away.
That was a little fast.
Yeah.
A little fast.
Jumping gun.
All right, now Chloe Bailey has responded to backlash that she's gotten over the sex scene in Swarm. Did you watch Swarm, Maino?
No, I didn't.
It's in like the first 5 minutes of the series.
So that's how I like it.
The first 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It's a scene with her and Damson Idris. Oddly enough, no one cares that Damson Idris did the scene, but they were mad that Chloe Bailey did it. It's acting, by the way.
It is.
Right. That's what I say.
And so here is what she had to say about all of that backlash that she got and people being so mad about it while she was on Big Boy's Neighborhood.
I was doing my job, and I think people just kind of got to remember I'm an adult.
Right, yeah.
And I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And
It's a box that people try to
was
put people
seen
in,
that
too.
they haven't seen for me.
She's 24 years old.
I was just about to.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're just not used to seeing her that way.
How are we used to seeing her?
Not having sex.
And she's
having sex.
She's also very sexy in her videos
She
and
is.
performances.
Listen, guys, I'm just telling you why some people are reacting the way they're reacting.
She shows backside and everything.
She does.
So you saw that part, but you haven't seen Swarm somehow.
I've not seen Swarm.
You seen
this
the
is
clip
very
that we're
interesting.
Maino, have you seen the clip we're referring to?
No, but
Okay.
I'm interested now.
All right.
Anyway, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we talk about things that we did last night that we feel like y'all would love to hear about and relate to. I'll tell you about some of the things that I had going on over the weekend.
Okay.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. The Jasmine brand. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And New Maino.
I'm back, baby.
New Maino is here. And we're doing About Last Night. And I want to talk about something I was watching on Netflix.
Okay.
I know y'all probably didn't watch this yet.
No, probably not.
But it's Money Shot, the Pornhub story.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a series on Netflix. And it kind of talks a lot about how Pornhub started and then a lot of the issues that they had with trafficking.
Right.
There was one girl who was underage and she said she kept telling them, take this video down.
Okay.
You know, imagine a video of you essentially getting raped is being put up, and then you tell them to take it down, and it takes them a week to finally take it down, and then it gets posted back up
put
again.
back up.
Yeah,
That's
immediately.
awful.
Right.
Yeah.
Did either of you watch this yet?
I fell asleep on it. I started to watch it.
Right. But then on the other side, because they do present both sides, there was one woman on there that basically was making a living just setting everything up in her home.
Right.
And posting
Putting out-
herself.
yeah.
And putting out content. You know, for porn and making her living like that. So you have both sides, but it's really hard to be okay with a company that is profiting off of, you know, underage and trafficking.
Did they do anything to regulate that though?
I mean,
Now is something in place to regulate that?
I don't know how they do, but they're supposed to. I just think that like it's, you know, somebody said this is a company that does exactly what Facebook does.
Well,
Somebody said that.
we were talking about how Twitter, you can see you can see
anything
porn on
goes.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just I haven't watched all of it yet, but it was just interesting to see even how like they make sure that they optimize Google search. So as soon as you put in anything to do with Pornhub pops up like the first, second, third.
No, I like Pornhub.
They got the good SEO is what they basically have.
But one thing we were talking about here was the effects of porn on your love life.
Yes.
And on marriage, because I did a deep dive.
Yes, you did.
On marriage.com.
Okay.
And they're talking about some of the major effects of pornography is losing control. They said one starts to lose control over oneself. We've been taught to control our emotions and feelings and to handle things with maturity. A person who is a pornography addict, and the addict is different than somebody who casually watches porn.
What determines an addict though? Is it every what?
Like say you're on the plane watching porn.
Oh,
say
no.
you know,
Yeah,
say you're missing appointments.
Inappropriate places.
Right. Or if you're at home and you're like, I'm not going to make it to work today.
Oh wow.
Maino, didn't I do a test to see if you were a sex addict? And you were not.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Right.
Even though I think maybe I don't. Well, you know. But listen, I tell you what though, I don't think it's that deep. I think with porn, I think you're just trying to let one go.
Well, for you, but for some people, here's some facts about porn and marriage, right? More than 56% of divorces had a partner with a porn addiction.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
This is according to marriage.com. 40 million Americans, most men, have admitted to watching porn regularly. Outside sexual influences can hurt marriage. The expectations of sex in a marriage can be distorted due to porn. And watching porn can also affect your emotional intimacy with your partner. And passion in the relationship can be diluted if you watch too much porn. So how often would you say you watch?
I knew this is why I wasn't married. This is
Maino,
the reason.
Because of that?
How often do you watch porn?
Very often.
Okay.
What does that mean? Is that every day?
Not every day, but
Oh, I think Okay, then that's not. I feel like
Yeah,
often
that's
is every
often
day.
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be every day, but not every day.
So listen, I did a shallow dive, and
Right.
there's this article that gives you 7 bad habits that destroy your brain, and one of them is watching porn. Chronic porn usage is correlated with changes in the brain. Watching porn hijacks the brain's reward system and overwhelms it with cheap hits of dopamine. The result is the brain physically deteriorating in shape, size, and chemical balance.
But that's
I
chronic,
don't
right?
believe
And
it.
I
Yeah, that's
think
chronic.
the main thing here is doing too much of anything can be
Right,
harmful.
but chronic would be what?
Maybe every day.
Yeah, I would think every day.
Constantly.
That's chronic.
Multiple
Okay.
times a day, maybe. I don't know.
That chronic.
Got that chronic porn.
Just trying to let one go. That's
All
it.
right.
Oh, my
Yeah, I
gosh.
think that's fine, Maino. But, they do say it can make you emotionally distant, so it might be something for you to pay attention to.
Yeah, bring it on back.
All right. Well, that is your About Last Night. If anybody watched Money Shot, the Pornhub story. Now, when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. That's when you get to call in. And Maino loves this, by the way. This is one of your favorite segments.
Yeah.
Lato's over here smiling right now.
Yeah.
You get to tell us a secret anonymously. We will not judge you. You hear me, Maino?
Some things
We're not
have to be
judging
a
you.
little bit judged.
800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And new Maino
Yeah,
is
I'm
here.
back, baby.
Okay, you guys got to clear your minds.
Okay.
And remember that there's no judgment.
I think that's hardest for probably Maino.
You think so?
For Tell Us a Secret.
Yeah, for Tell Us a Secret. Maino.
I love Tell Us a Secret.
Yeah, but you also like to kind of judge.
Maino
Some
got
things
so,
need to be baby judged.
He got so mad the last time we did Tell Us a Secret that he hit me after the show
Yes.
days later like, yo,
Days
what's
later.
wrong
Maino
with
be
this
bothered by some of y'all secrets. You're not supposed to be, Maino. We're supposed to just let them listen, get it off.
Some
And
people need a good talking to.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
But
all right.
Maino's from Brooklyn. He's
Yeah.
real, so certain things is going to bother him.
He's real.
He's real.
He's like real, like
He's
really
really
real.
real.
Like,
He's
like
really
real, like
because
real.
look, he's got a lot of morals about him.
Oh my goodness.
You don't like morals?
I do like morals,
You like
Maino.
morals?
Maino with the morals.
Medium morals.
Medium morals.
Now he does, when it comes to himself, not abide by those same
Wow.
laws. But
Oh,
let's
Maino.
hear your secrets. Anonymous caller, tell us your secret.
So, me and my son's mother, we had like a little small falling apart, like relationship wise. But we cool. So she ended up having a partner, like just a one-time partner, so she says. And then it's like probably like a month ago, then we ended up hooking up. So I kept her drawers for kind of like motivation, and that kind of helped. Like the next time, it was just like an on go, or I was just smelling it, like literally just kept it in my just kept it with me. I'm sorry.
How does it, what do they, like, how does it smell?
Or is it she wore them or you
It
kept
smells like her. It smells like her. Like her
Okay.
poo-poo. So it smells good. It's like a weird attraction. I don't know. I ain't never thought
From time to time, do you smell them?
all the
Yeah,
time?
and I ain't.
For
Ain't
motivation?
gonna wash. And it's been right now. It's probably been about a month.
How often do you smell them?
So I smelled them this morning,
Okay.
but before that, probably like a week or so ago. But
You smell a butt area?
I
All
smell
of
the
it.
whole thing.
The whole
Rooted
thing.
to the tooted.
And then what do you, like, how long does this go on for? Do you do anything while you're smelling it, or you just smell it and put it back?
I have masturbated before to the scent of them, and then I went from smelling them, and then we got like a little video, or a couple videos, and I masturbated to that. So, but it was just like, so I ain't even need the porn. Like normally I need porn to like see something, like two girls, whatever. But no, I just
The underwear does it for you.
remember the time.
You want her back, though, right?
Maybe that it's not a
It
definite.
definitely
no.
feels like you want her back.
Right, that's what the motivation is, right? To get her back, right?
I mean, that's the person. That's my person, though. I gotta get over the fact that she had another somebody. Like, I want to cheat. Like, we want together, but I gotta look at her the same. Different way.
You'll be fine.
You're not smelling him on there, are you?
You said what?
Nothing.
I'm a Leo.
All right, well, thanks for sharing.
That's harmless.
Thank you.
All right, anonymous caller, tell us a secret.
Yo, what's up, G?
What up?
So, I don't want no judgment on it. It's nothing really to judge, though.
Maino, no judgment. You hear this? Okay.
No judgment, Maino.
Exactly, Maino. So, I got two other kids that don't nobody know about.
That ain't funny.
Why you laughing,
All right,
Maino?
keep telling us. Tell us more.
Nah, ain't nothing crazy. I send them stuff here and there when I can. Get this, though. They don't even live here. Me and my friends, we don't. I'll say probably once every 6 months down to DR.
Oh, they live in DR?
Yep, down in DR.
Oh, you went and paid for that.
So the chick hits me up the next time I'm there. She was like, hey, I'm pregnant. I said, no. She's like, yes.
Did you get a test?
So, no, didn't get no test. She just said, she's like, I need your passport. I was like, nah, you're not getting my passport.
So you had twins.
Like,
you had twins.
No, so look, had one with her. Another chick told me down there. Now they're probably scamming for real. I don't know how true it is.
They from DR.
They're from DR.
So you went and purchased you a situation and then went and had kids.
Something like that.
But you don't know for sure if these are your kids.
I won't lie. The one looked like me. The other one don't. The one looks very similar.
One of them is yours, definitely, for sure.
He said he got one in a possible.
One of them definitely is.
Are you going to get a test?
I'm just going to send them what they want me to send them. I don't even have a problem,
Do you have any?
$80 go a long way. I can send you $80.
Not $80. Do you have any kids here, like in the States where you live? Do you have any children?
Yeah, I got 2 kids.
Oh, okay. Ooh. So you make.
And they got half Dominican brothers and sisters.
I wouldn't care. They can ask me for it. I would give it to them. I'll take care of them.
But it's the going to for me. That's
no judgment. It's no judgment, Maino.
It happens.
No. Come on, Maino.
Maino, it's no judgment.
Okay, all right. What do
you
mean?
stay judging somebody on here.
Oh, that's a fact.
What is it?
He said you stay judging somebody.
No, really?
I know you've been in DR going nuts.
Of course I did.
Okay.
Of course I did.
You can relate.
I keep it on though.
So now let me ask you this: with all this having been, said and done, are you gonna from now on use condoms? Or are you still doing you?
You know what? It's a hit or miss.
No.
All right, no
hey, why you? Hey, I might as well not even do it if I'm gonna put one on.
Oh.
All right, sir.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing.
I don't want to judge.
All right, y'all.
All Bye.
Right. Oh, wow.
Phone line was burning.
Burn. Yo, you crazy. That's wow.
All right, well, that was Tell Us a Secret. Thank you guys for calling. I love to say no judgment, but there's a lot of you guys.
It was really Maino this time.
It's always me.
It was you too, Jazz. I had to check you.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Sorry.
All right, well, 800-292-5150. If y'all want to leave a message for last word and tell us a secret, we love to hear from you guys. And when we come back, we have Yeetie, and we'll talk about a trial that is starting today. And he is facing some time, ladies and gentlemen. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Mm-hmm. And new Maino.
Yes, I'm back.
Maino's in the building.
Yep.
And let's do this Yee tea. All right, well, Praz's trial starts today. It's a federal trial. Now, Praz is from the Fugees.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you don't know what's happening with him, he's facing decades in jail.
Wow.
And he's standing trial in Washington, D.C. That's for conspiracy and other charges. Jury selection actually starts today. And they're saying this is something that has to do with political maneuvering, international intrigue. He faces charges including conspiracy, witness tampering, and failing to register as an agent of China. All right, he came. So let's talk about what happened. Do y'all understand?
So he's an agent of China.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, this is what happened. All right, in case we don't know. There's a billionaire. His name is Joe Low. He allegedly got some money from Malaysia's government, billions of dollars to fill his own pockets and to try to get in with celebrities and American presidents. He's a fugitive from justice. He's believed to be in China. Okay. So Praz is standing trial on his own in this case. Now, Praz received over $100 million from this guy.
That's a lot of money.
And that is what they're saying, one of the largest embezzlement schemes in history. And that was to use back channel influence to convince the president of the United States at the time to drop a federal investigation into Low and to agree to the extrajudicial removal of a Chinese exile living in the United States. So they're saying first, it was an illegal plan for him to, he was actually trying to get people to raise money for Barack Obama to attend a dinner. And he promised to give them $40,000 allegedly. Reimburse them that money for the cost of the tickets for this dinner for the presidential campaign. And then they're claiming that he threatened some of them if they came clean to authorities. And the second thing that they're saying is a plan that allegedly involves secret lobbying campaign to help this billionaire low lean on American justice officials and White House officials when his fraud scheme unraveled. So he, I guess, was trying to interfere in all of that. This is a pretty complicated situation.
He's facing up to 22 years. That's
if you're going to do crime, at least do it like
Go
that.
hard, yeah.
Go hard.
He's facing some time.
Yeah, so he actually has a lot of witnesses coming forward that on his list. Ben Carson.
We know him.
Yes, right. And then also Steve Wynn, the casino magnate from Vegas, and former U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions. He was
free prize, man. Free prize.
Like, I don't care what it is. Free prize. All right, well, let's try this one. Maino, you were here for this whole situation.
Right.
Taxtone versus Troy Ave. Taxtone has been found guilty of shooting and killing Troy Ave's bodyguard Banga. And that was during a T.I. concert in 2016 at Irving Plaza. You were there that night,
I was
Maino.
there. It happened in the dressing room that I was occupying with me and Uncle Murder. We was performing that night, or we was set to perform that night. My only issue with that is that I just don't agree with the narrative that's been put out there as if, you know, Taxtone was there to try to look for a problem. Taxtone was actually there. That man was there chilling, right? That man was there, you know, chilling, enjoying the moment. And, these other dudes came in there looking for a problem. These other dudes came in there with that energy, looking to try to have a moment, and the moment just didn't go their way. So, I mean, I just have in disagreement with the whole narrative of becoming a victim after you tried to be an aggressor.
All right, well, the one thing for Taxtone is that it was not first-degree murder.
Right.
That he ended up getting charged with.
Shout out to Taxtone, man.
It was manslaughter, right?
Right.
So, yeah, and I think Troy Ave is, very happy about this whole situation.
Right. Have you spoke to Taxtone, or you have been in contact with him at all?
Throughout the time, somewhat, yeah, definitely. But I mean, my whole thing is this though, like how you out here celebrating, just getting on the stand after you tried to create a situation that, that just didn't go your way, right? So and then here's another narrative that people, I see people out here trying to hang on to. That man was never accused of murder of his friend, right? So he was never arrested for the murder of his own friend. They was never putting the murder of his friend on him.
It was for firing the gun in there that
right,
other people were injured.
And the guns that he got caught with. So he worked out a deal with the prosecutor to get less time for those guns that he got caught with. You understand? So that was his motivation to get on the stand and testify against Taxtone.
All right. Well, I mean, and clearly the two of them had already had issues before that. So
right. I mean, so that was the motivation.
I see a lot of back and forth of people on social media like, well, why wouldn't he testify against somebody that he was not friends with?
Cool. Right. But say the whole truth. Right. Don't make it seem like that man was there to try to assassinate you when that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is you actually came there on that time. You walked in there in that room and tried to create the situation that left you a victor. You thought that maybe you was going to get you a world star moment.
Now, do we know how much time that, because he hasn't been sentenced yet, that Taxtone is actually going to be facing?
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Nah, we're not going to know that until they actually sentence him.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. Thank you, Maino, for weighing in, because I know that's not easy. You were there that night.
Right.
In the room. All right, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. Those are stories that are not necessarily headline news stories. They are flying under the radar, but we still feel like you need to know about them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And New Maino is in the building.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some fun under the radar. Well, some of them are fun. Under the radar stories. These stories are not necessarily headline news. They are flying under the radar, but we think you should know about them. Let's go to Philly first. There was a chemical spill in Philadelphia. Local residents are on high alert. Officials initially recommended residents use bottled water out of an abundance of caution. But on Sunday, they said that tap water is safe until at least through 11:59 p.m. Monday because the water currently available to customers was treated before the spill reached Philadelphia. They said there is no need to buy water at this time. Customers can fill bottles or pitchers with tap water with no risk at this time. I would still get the bottled water.
Yeah, if I can do it, I would still be getting bottled water just to be
definitely
safe.
All right, so just letting y'all know about that. All right, now let's talk about would you let your husband have a girlfriend who looks just like you. A Long Island woman actually got a woman who looked just like her to bring into her troubled marriage to keep her husband's eyes from wandering outside the home. Tamina Quintana is her name. She was devastated when her husband Brian cheated on her less than 3 years into their marriage, and she wondered if an open marriage could be the solution. Here is what she had to say.
Once I spoke to Kyra, there was no doubt in my mind that she was what we needed in this relationship. In the past, Brian, hasn't been faithful. And I feel like if you are with a man, you should do whatever is required to make that work.
Nice.
So she looked for a third, and Kyra was enticed by the idea of being in a throuple. She flew to New York to meet them, and they said it was just a friendship that turned sexual, and she has now unofficially joined the marriage. They all share a bed together.
Nice.
Maino loves this idea. Yeah, I wonder, is he going to get I'm sorry, go ahead, Maino.
No, I think that, she's a legend. I think schools should be named after her.
Okay. All right, well, let's talk about another legend, Kenya. Now, there is a new TLC reality series calling Seeking Brother Husband that premiered yesterday. Mm-hmm. And the show follows a variety of couples where the woman is either dating other men with her husband's knowledge and blessing, or in some cases, there are brother husbands, all right? Kenya and Carl were married for 26 years, and now she decided that, she and her first husband were not interested in sharing a bedroom any longer. So he has his own room in their house, while Kenya shares her room with the guy, Tiger Moonstone. That's her second husband. He's an investor.
Well, 26 years is a long time to be married, so I feel like she deserves a brother husband.
Yeah, she said that they decided to open up their marriage. They sat down with their 3 kids who were teens at the time and shared the news. She said most of their friends' parents are divorced, so my children were excited that we still love each other, and we're not coming to have the divorce talk like the majority of their other friends. They had some questions, but, they wondered how would it work? Would they have another father? Just kind of logistical things.
So he's sleeping in the other room while the other guy's sleeping with his wife.
Yeah, basically.
So
she said it's only fair because basically he confessed to her that he had feelings for a coworker, but instead of her getting angry, she was like, let's all go out. And then she said, my husband wanted several wives, but if he has that privilege, I want to be able to talk to other people too.
Hey,
I love that.
I'm not mad at it. If it work, it work.
Is she a legend too, Maino?
I mean,
is she a legend?
They're gonna name a small school after her.
A small school?
It's Kenya a legend. All right, so that is a TLC reality series, Seeking Brother Husband. We threw a little wrench in your plan.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, we do have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour. Plus, Blac Chyna, really her name is Angela White now, is going to be joining us. It is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. New Maino.
I'm back.
Maino's here. By the way, I was looking at the Jasmine brand, and I see they're doing a Real Housewives of New Orleans series, according to rumors, and they're casting.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good show. New Orleans, I love New Orleans. I can imagine the cast and the storylines.
Say, baby.
The Real Housewives of New That was your New Orleans voice.
Is that how to say? Is that how they say baby?
Yes, baby.
I love how they say that. All right, so if you're in New Orleans, and you know somebody that might be good, or you might be good for the Real Housewives, I could think of some people that would be great on there.
I can too. I know, Angela, you know a lot of people in the New Orleans area.
I think Super Scent might be good for that.
Oh, Super Scent would be really good for that.
I feel like she might do her own show though, really.
She should have her own show.
I would watch that.
I would watch it too.
All right, now let's talk about Cheryl Lee Ralph and this whole situation. She was on Way Up with Angela Yee. Mm-hmm. And this all came up because in her book, right, she has her book about Diva 2.0.
Yep.
And she briefly in her book mentions a situation where a promoter put his hand on her leg and that there were several instances where men were inappropriate to her, and she started to question herself over that, right? As she was a young actress on the come up. And she then, when we questioned her further about it, detailed an experience that happened to her in front of network executives. Here's what she said.
This was a famous TV judge, not Judge Mathis. I love him. He's a great man. I'm at a very public place. I had my suit on. I was handling my business for the television show I was on at that time. He and I were on the same network. This man walked in, grabbed me by the back of my neck, turned me around, and rammed his nasty tongue down my throat.
Oh, my God.
And everybody at the network saw it. I called Mark Morial. Mark Morial, he said, you want me to send the police there right now? Somebody at the network tapped me on the shoulder. They said, please don't.
All right. Well, Judge Joe Brown then posted, because I guess a lot of people started tagging him.
Right.
He said there's false rumors being spread that I mistreated a certain lady 25 years ago. By the way, no one said 25 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He said, I categorically deny both those rumors and any acquaintance with the lady in question. And then somebody posted Judge Joe Brown for mayor of Memphis and said the timing is uncanny. And I guess he's trying to say that he's running for mayor. Maybe that's why. And then he also said that he might bring in his team, his legal team. Here's what he had to say as he did a video about this on YouTube.
I might bring in my legal crew and proceed for defamation of character. You see, when they put my face next to hers and they start doing that little stuff there, that becomes innuendo. And I think I know where the deep pockets are, where I might proceed for defamation of character. Now, so far, she hasn't said anything that implicates me.
Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't. She didn't say any names. She just said it's not Judge Mathis.
Yeah, she just want to be clear who it was not.
How many TV judges are there?
A lot.
And how did he know it was 25 years ago?
I don't know. That was the one part that I was like, 25 years ago.
I don't think it was too many TV judges on the same network as her around the same time.
This didn't happen 25 years ago. I never met her 25 years ago.
But she's been on more than one show, too. So we also don't know which network she's talking about.
Right. You're right, Angela.
Yeah, because it's not like just one show she's been on, you know? Here's more from what Judge Joe Brown had to say.
The law on defamation, it is sufficient if the innuendo that goes along with the objectionable language implies that it is someone else. They don't even have to say it. It can be innuendo. That's actionable. So somebody on a goddamn legal crew ought to say, you need to be careful what you do. Because even if you aren't saying it, if you are implying it, you become subject to a defamation action. Fact of the matter is, I don't know this woman, never met this woman, certainly haven't had any contact with her.
The word of the day is innuendo.
Innuendo. It's like an insinuation.
Okay, I love it.
All right, we are going to get some legal advice, though, from somebody whether or not this innuendo would hold up in court as defamation.
Right.
Because I don't want to be the one over here speculating on what can and cannot be said.
Right, and I thought I was a lawyer, so maybe I'm not a lawyer. Maybe a real lawyer can tell us whether he has an actual case.
Right, so we'll find out from an actual lawyer.
Okay.
We also have Blac Chyna joining us this morning.
Angela White,
yes, because she has taken the fillers out of her face.
Nice.
She's gotten rid of the silicone injections that she had before.
Yeah.
Changed up her whole life.
I like the level up.
She's back to Angela White. You like her music too, Maino? Y'all could do a song together.
Oh, Maino and Blac Chyna. I love
Maino
that.
and Angela White.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She raps?
Yes.
Come
She's
on
been
now,
doing it.
Maino.
She got a studio in her house.
Really?
Yeah, she has her own studio. We saw her do that during the pandemic.
I didn't catch on to that.
All right. Well, we do have Women's History Month coming up where we celebrate amazing women doing great things. And then after that, we are going to get a legal expert on the line, Adam Ormland, a.k.a. Law Bulldog.
Okay.
And he's going to tell us legally whether or not Judge Joe Brown has a case. I feel like he might have a case against you, Jasmine.
The Jasmine brand?
I'm kidding. All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Celebrating the ladies during Women's History Month.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee and Jermaino.
Yes.
Here.
New Maino.
Your name is Jermaine.
Jermaine.
But we call you Maino.
Yeah.
That's a good nickname. Did they call you Maino before you were rapping?
Yes.
Always?
Nickname.
You were always Maino.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute.
From birth.
I like that. I wonder if there's other Mainos running around.
Probably.
After me.
Yeah.
After me.
And Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
She was always Jasmine.
Yeah, she was always.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Happy Monday, guys.
Yes, happy Monday. And it is Women's History Month. We got a few more days left, right? 4 more days?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have 2 women who we want to celebrate today. Maino wanted to celebrate somebody too, but
I wanted to celebrate Drea Michelle.
Okay.
I just like her pivot.
All right.
I just like the level up.
Yeah. She looks good. She's pretty. And she's a businesswoman. She's an
That's
entrepreneur.
what I'm saying. Shout out to her.
She's making her money
and
staying out the way.
Yeah.
She really does stay out the way.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And then she knows how to break the Instagram when it's time to sell something like her bikinis.
She breaks it every time.
Ain't nothing wrong with breaking the Instagram.
She look good.
Mm-hmm.
And breaking the internet.
Mm-hmm. Instagram and the internet.
Yeah.
And she's been doing her acting.
Maino's over here drooling, FYI.
Would you say that?
I would say you're over here drooling.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, all right.
A little.
little dribble coming out.
And she's also in Legacy. It's on BET Plus.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a Manny Haley production
Shout
in
out to
partnership
Manny.
with BET Plus.
Shout out to Manny.
She's in that along with AJ Johnson. We love her.
Yeah, we do.
Also, Ving Rhames, Lisa Ray, Clifton Powell, Barton Fitzpatrick, and Anja Fuller. So,
That's dope.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Yeah.
All right, now who did you want to celebrate, Jasmine Brand?
I wanted to celebrate Bessie Coleman. She was the first African American woman and the first Native American to hold a pilot license. She was the first black person to earn an international pilot license. She was born in 1892 in Atlanta, Texas. Did y'all know there was an Atlanta, Texas?
I didn't. That's why I was asking
There
you.
was
I
an
was like, is
Atlanta,
there an Atlanta, Texas?
Yeah, there's Atlanta, Texas. So she developed an early interest in flying. But back then, African Americans and minorities and women had no flight training opportunities in the U.S. So she saved up and she got a sponsorship in Chicago to go to flight school in France. And that's where she learned how to fly.
I love it.
And she's done lots of things in this space. She took a French language class in Chicago and then traveled to Paris so she could actually earn her pilot license, which is a really big deal. So she earned her aviation's pilot license and became the first black person and to earn an international aviation license from Federation International.
She was planning to open a flight school.
I know.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah, she actually died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
In 1926.
She hadn't buckled her seatbelt because it prevented her from looking over the side of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And, horrible. But, yeah, shout out to Bessie Coleman.
Yeah.
All right, now I wanted to celebrate somebody. I actually met this woman in the airport last week.
Okay.
And she gave me her card, and I was like, she told me that she's a perfumer. She makes sense. And so she's from Atlanta.
I
She
like
makes
that.
sense and sense.
I like that. That's my chuckle.
Sense.
And her name is November Nichols.
A good name.
Okay, several years ago, she decided to turn to meditation because she had a hectic work and travel schedule. She's a former education consultant. And her favorite meditation candle was discontinued. Okay. So then she was like, I'm going to make my own. And she started selling them to her friends and strangers and eventually ended up quitting her day job to focus on her new career. And now, by the way, she has her own holistic studio and boutique.
Oh, nice.
It's called L'Artisan Muse.
Okay.
And it's at Westside Provisions District. It's a part well-appointed living room, part apothecary, part wellness studio. You can take a meditation class, a yoga class, you can shop, or you can just hang out. And you also can design your own fragrance.
Ooh.
At the Botanical Blending Bar. Or you can stretch your body and mind in the intimate and bright studio. So it's a nice space to offer a welcome retreat from the chaos of the outside world. So shout out to November Nichols. She actually came up to me and was like, I just want to congratulate you. You're doing a great job on Way Up with Angela Yee. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, well, what is it that you do? And she gave me her card and she was like, I would love to make a scent for you when you come to Atlanta. So
nice.
I am going to be in Atlanta for Mary J. Blige's Strength of a Woman Festival. So I'm going to stop by there.
Is it Jodeci performing or did I make that up? No,
you were so excited for that.
Is that Jodeci?
I think they are. Jodeci is performing.
Is she going to make the scent? Is she going to name it after you?
I think you could just make your own scent. So you can use it as your own perfume. You know what I'm wearing today?
What are you wearing
today? It's right here. Hold on. I have this Valentino.
Okay.
You got to try. Actually, keep it here so that I can make sure that I always have my little Valentino.
I like the bottle.
Isn't it beautiful? And it smells really good.
FYI, Nicole, I'm on her Instagram. She's doing an IG live.
November Nicole?
Yes, sorry.
November Nichols?
November Nichols is doing. I'm on her IG page. She's doing an IG live this week.
Okay.
And she's going to talk about her journey.
Well, you guys check her out, though. I was fascinated, and then I did a little deep dive to see who she was, and I was like, you know what? That's dope.
I'm going to start doing some deep dives.
Yeah, do some deep dives, Maino.
I'm going to do deep dives.
All right, well, that is your Women's History Month. Now, we have Angela White, a.k.a. Blac Chyna, coming up.
Okay.
I wonder if you Google...
Uh-oh.
Nothing. Never mind.
What do you want to Google? Anybody want to Google?
Yeah.
Anybody want to Google?
Google Maino and...
Blac Chyna?
Nah, nothing comes up.
Okay, all right.
That was crazy.
But we do have, we also want to make sure that we discuss as a deeper dive, because we love to do a deep dive.
Right.
Adam Ormland, a.k.a. Law Bulldog, is going to be joining us to talk about the Cheryl Lee Ralph and Judge Joe Brown situation. Does he have a case? It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey! Now back. Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
All right, so it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we were talking about Judge Joe Brown, and he's speaking out amidst speculation that he sexually assaulted Cheryl Lee Ralph. Now, we do have a very well-known attorney on the line. We have Adam Oremland, a.k.a. Law Bulldog. You can follow him on social media at Law Bulldog. Now, Adam.
Yeah, how are you, Angela?
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How's everything?
I'm good, thank you. Now, you saw Judge Joe Brown and what he had to say addressing Cheryl Lee Ralph, and he's talking about defamation. So, does he have a case?
He only has a case if what she's saying or what she said is not true. But she didn't call him out by name. It's the media that's really throwing them together, and if there is truth to it, then that's her affirmative offense, and he's got no case.
Okay, so she did not mention his name, right? But he kept saying innuendo. What does that mean?
Listen, it sounds like somebody who is trying to sort of use fear tactics to stop something from happening or spreading. It seems very strange to me that he's taken this approach. But he's done stuff in the past where he's tried to sort of shame possibly, the victims in the past rather than go after the persecutors.
Does he have a case if he wants to sue any media outlets? Like, say, they mention his name in the headline.
Or they put his picture.
Or they put his picture or there's speculation. Would he have a defamation suit against a media outlet?
I mean, he could certainly try to do that. He could say, the innuendo alone is enough. But I think it's a weak case. I really do.
Okay.
Unless he could show that they're actually, that anything that they're using based on what she said already about him is not true. I don't think there's a case here. I think there's scare tactics that he's trying to use. When he did this with when Bill Cosby was being accused of crimes, he was blaming victims as well. So it's a little strange.
Right, but she never said his name, so he kind of just put himself in it.
Right.
And that's the joke of it too. She's not mentioning him; he's mentioning him.
Right, you're right.
Wow. But you know what it is? A lot of people on social media, because look, now what if a blog reports the story and the story is that people on social media are saying his name? That's not a defamation suit, right? That's just reporting what's happening.
Or is that innuendo? How do you say
innuendo?
Innuendo.
Well, you have like newspapers that have gotten sued in the past for defamation, like the New York Times, for reporting false stuff. But this, I think, is a little different because this is just social media running wild with what they are speculating, and he's not going to sue each and every person who posts anything like a blogger. I mean, it would be ridiculous. It's not a big. That's not the deep pocket that he claims there is.
So Cheryl Lee Ralph shouldn't have anything to worry about legally because she didn't say his name.
I don't think so at all. I think if anything, she should be able to say what's tell her truth. And if she's not mentioning him by name, that's his guilty conscience coming out.
And the Way Up with Angela Yee is not liable either, right?
Well, Angela, if you're on the hook for that, then I got your back. There's no way. I'll defend you, and we'll make sure that the clown lawyers that are taking you on are not going to get it done.
All right. Well, we appreciate you so much, Adam. Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, that was Adam Oremland. You can look at him at Law Bulldog. If you need anything, he's here to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. All right. Well, when we come back, see how we defer to the experts when we want to make sure that we know what's going on. I saw everybody on social media acting like they was an attorney.
I thought I was an attorney for a second, but then I realized I wasn't.
Innuendo.
She's like, how you say it?
Innuendo.
All right. We do have Angela White joining us, a.k.a. Blac Chyna, when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And we have another special Angela in the building. Not just me.
Yes, Angela White.
A.K.A.
Blac Chyna.
That's right. First of all, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
We've been following your journey that you've been really open about. You know, you've gotten surgery to take out, like, I guess you've had injections.
Yes, silicone injections.
Okay. And
where'd you have silicone injections?
In my ass.
Okay.
My rear end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you got the fillers removed from your face. And let me tell you something, fillers are very popular.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not knocking it, you know what I mean? But just like right now, for me, I went overboard. The lips were overly big. Like even when I would smile, you couldn't even see my teeth like that.
What made you decide, okay, this is too much?
It wasn't like nothing that really happened.
Okay.
it was just like, okay, I think it's just time for this to come out. And then I started working out and like changing my diet.
Yes, girl.
So since I like lost weight, everything became extra protruded because I was like more on the thicker side.
Yeah,
I feel like more fluffier side. So now
the makeup is, light makeup, toned down and everything. So how does this affect other areas of your life?
Honestly, right now, I when I posted it, I didn't even think it was going to be like as big as it was.
Come on, you didn't think people would?
No, not at all.
People are curious about it because, first of all, a lot of women have had things, done, which is fine if that's the decision that you make. But like you said, you felt like you went overboard. And that's not a thing that people are very honest about, I feel like. And then the truth is that you have to think about like the future sometimes.
Exactly. And then also too, like with the acting, like everybody doesn't look like a vixen with like perfect teeth like actors. Think about actress and actors, you know what I mean? They have like their own characteristics of each person, and that even with that, I didn't want to be locked into like, okay, you can only play a vixen. Okay. Like, no, I want to do some karate and some stunt doubles and and some horror,
Yes, I love horror. I would love to see that. It's my favorite type of movies. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about more of you, executive producer, because you have executive produced shows as well.
Yes.
Would you want to do another show now about yourself, or do you feel like I'd rather step back from that and concentrate on the acting?
No, we're going to do all of it because the thing about it is everything is surrounding me. So, and by the way, I have a cooking show coming out.
See, I'm glad you said that.
I just had to throw that out there.
We're going to get back to that in a
Blac
second.
Chyna.
We're going to get back to that. But so what were you saying? Everything is
like within myself. So, for example, with the acting, right? I did Secret Society too. So I was able to land 3 of my songs on the soundtrack of Secret Society too.
Right.
So everything is going to come like full circle. I want to have like input in different aspects of everything that I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, those multiple checks too.
Yeah.
And it's control too. And control is important.
Yeah.
All right, now back to the cooking. All right, so tell us more about this cooking show and what's going to be like the premise of it. Are you going to have guests on there?
Yes, it's already done. Okay. So I do have celebrity guests on there.
Okay.
So it's really good. And I feel like, one day you should come on there and do it.
I would love
second
to.
Season.
Yes.
She likes Caribbean food. So.
I like Caribbean food. If you can make some Caribbean food. And I like Thai food.
So we'll make it together. So basically like we'll be making like a 3-course meal together and then just basically like talking like over while making food.
Also, you said you're open to, are you going to do another reality show? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm filming it too.
You're filming that right now?
Yeah.
How's the show going to be different or the same, or what's the reality show going to be like?
How it's going to be different? I mean, because honestly, I changed, and it's wild because when I first started filming it, like I can even see my growth from when we first started filming it to now.
Okay.
So like when it's like your reality, it's your reality. It'll never like stop.
Okay. I feel that. And, Blac Chyna, I feel like people feel like they know you personally. Do you like to be called Angela now or Blac Chyna?
You call me Angela, that's what I have.
Okay. Now, let's talk about money and happiness. Because sometimes people think that money is like the key to happiness, but it's not always. And you were making a killing on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But then you said, you know what? I'm over it. All right. So how hard was it to make that decision? Because honestly, like, we've had conversations about the amount of money you've made on OnlyFans. You had me ready to be like, what can I do?
I was trying to show my toes or something. I was trying to figure out what I had.
You can do, what's crazy is like, you can do anything you want on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It just has this category attached to it. You could be cooking on OnlyFans.
I try to tell people that too. It's just content.
But as far as like me deactivating it, so I got baptized on my birthday. So I was reborn on my birthday of 2022. And like in my mind and my body, my soul, I'm like, I know that God does not want me doing this. And I was like, I'm going to take a leap on faith. And I just was like, actually, I called my pastor.
Okay.
I was like, Pastor, like, I'm done living like this. Stay on the phone with me. I'm about to delete this. He's like, oh, baby, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, thank you, Bishop. He's like, see, God got you, my baby. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So it was kind of like a spiritual thing.
Right.
Does that have something to do with why you want to change your body and your face?
The fillers.
Is it the fillers or something? Is that from being baptized and stuff?
No, that just came. It just kind of came.
Okay.
So how was the surgery? Like when you had to get the silicone injections taken out, how painful was that?
I was just super sore. But mind you, I was under for 8.5 hours.
Wow,
and
that's a long time.
That's a long time. Even like my nurse, she kept asking me like, hey, like, when I got up, she was like, I kept checking on you because you was under so long. So what happened was the silicone, it kept clogging up the utensil that the doctor was using. So every time it would clog it, like he would have to take it, unscrew like the machine, clean it out, sterilize it, and do all that stuff. And then having to like shape it and work around it. And the material was so hard. So he's like, getting it like, But, I didn't even have any, like, I had a little bit of bruising, like just a little bit sore. Like, I was like walking around the same day. Everybody's like, yo, you need to lay down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely not.
Is silicone illegal or is it legal?
Illegal.
It's illegal. Okay.
Yeah. And if it can also travel.
Okay.
And it could travel to your lungs. And if the person that's doing it doesn't know like the anatomy and it gets into your muscle, it could get into your bloodstream. It could kill you like instantly.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of horror stories. Did you ever
discoloration, hardness, pains, and sometimes like the worst cases is when you have to take the whole complete rear end off, gluteus maximus, because it ate up.
How do you feel now about the shape of your butt? Do you like it, or you still, if you're working out, like what's okay? You're smiling.
I'm obsessed.
So you
I'm
are
obsessed with my.
I'm obsessed, y'all.
Okay.
Did you have any complications when you did have like the silicone? Like you were talking about a lot of things that could happen.
Right.
Did you ever have any complications?
So, mind you, I got it when I was 19. I got it when I was in DC. And like sometimes, I would say twice out the year, maybe one time or twice out the year, like it would get like really inflamed.
Okay.
And it would like swell up really bad. And when it would do that, I would have to like take like a steroid. But thank God I didn't have like crazy complications or like discoloration or disfigurement, because you know how you see some girls where it's like kind of disfigured.
Yes.
Yeah. And like discolor, or like the skin is really thin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got really blessed with that. And then as far as the reduction goes, I'm loving these.
Yeah.
I feel like after this, I'm about to start running.
You look amazing. I'm not going to lie. Like you really do.
Thank you.
It's Blac Chyna joining us on Way Up with Angela Yee. We have more when we come back.
Now back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Angela White is here with me and Jasmine Brain. If you don't know who that is Blac Chyna. And so what's the goals now, like as far as TV and film? Are there some more roles lined up for you?
Yes.
Anything you could talk about?
Okay, so the Black Hamptons got picked up. Look,
okay.
y'all.
I saw Carl Weber talking about that.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah. No, I saw him because he did Family Business, and I love that. Carl Weber's an amazing author, and he has a deal at BET, and people were saying the show got canceled at first. I remember, and then he was like, that's lies. You know, people were hating and saying, but it did get picked up.
It did get picked up.
Okay. So Karen's back.
Karen's back. Because we did a 4-part miniseries just to see how it was, because it was a brand new show, like based off of a book. And it did really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got so much support from it, from even me posting it. Like Nicki had posted it, Snoop did, and Diddy.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, it feels good, like when you put in the work, and then like other people that you looked up to, like support you. You know what I mean? And it's like now here we are, like I'm sitting in the same room.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
On some positivity. Yeah.
Does Angela have any regrets?
Any regrets?
I know people like to say, well, I'm right where I need to be, so I don't, or I wouldn't be here. But if you could ever go back and be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I wish I wouldn't have done this. Do you have any of those?
I would say maybe pay off that Dodge Charger. No, I'm just kidding. Because they will find you and they will put on your credit. No,
they will.
See, I never had any like wild things to where as though, I mean, other than like, unless it was with a actual person, like I never had, like I didn't never mess up my credit, or
she
like
with a person, like I'm gonna take back that body, okay?
Yeah, I mean, like
I definitely have some bodies.
Me too.
This is a new body.
So anything else before this doesn't count,
right?
It don't.
No, that's right.
And then it seems like you got into a space of great co-parenting too, with their dads. How long did it take for you to get to that space? Because I know that sometimes can be a journey. And what advice would you give to people who might be in a situation where they're trying to get there?
Well, for me, the courts help with Rob.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Sometimes, in some cases, you have to do it. So, like me and Tiger or Michael, we don't have anything like that's in place, and it's just like respect the boundaries. You know, with me and Rob, we had to like go to court.
What advice would you give people that are like, I just need to get to this space where, oh my God, I just want us to at least be able to like see our kids, drop them off, and get along that way?
I think that they should definitely like hire an attorney, you know, just one. And it would have to be not a regular one, but a family law. Hire them and kind of sit down what it is that y'all would want. Like what works for each person's schedule, like holidays and things like that, and spring break and summer break, and really kind of like break it down.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a third party.
Yeah, and then you want it in black and white too.
Right,
and then you don't want to hire two attorneys, so then they're going back and forth with each other to prolong the situation, and you're paying, he's paying. And then now it's not an agreement, so y'all paying more money, and you still got to continue to go to court and go to court. So it's like nobody's winning
except the attorney.
Except for the attorney.
Get paid. Are you open to having more children?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to have 2 more. I'm like, man, I'm about to be 35.
Still a baby.
You got time. People having kids at 50. You good.
Okay.
She said, okay.
Done.
Well, Angela, I just want to thank you so much for coming up here. Where are you? I got to get one of these Angela hats too, by the way.
I got it at the mall.
You did?
I was like, I got it at the mall.
But no, honestly, you look great. You seem like you are in great spirits, and we've been watching your journey for so long, and you just dropped a whole bunch of like new things you have coming. The cooking show, a new season of Black Hamptons.
Yes.
The reality show. Is there anything we missed?
Also, the music. So I'm working on some music right now. And also, too, I'm going to be performing Rolling Loud in Thailand.
Wow.
Oh, Thailand. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Congratulations. When is that?
Thank you. April 13th through the 15th.
That's soon. Yeah. Are you going to stay for a little while in Thailand since you're going out there?
I am going to take our flight actually to another place.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
To my hair factory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I have my hairline coming out actually tomorrow. It's called Heart's Pier.
Okay.
Congratulations. See, look, another business.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's raw hair too. Like I'm cutting it. I have the videos like cutting it from the donor, like everything.
Do you have any
like,
textured hair?
Texture meaning
like not straight. Like what kind of hair is it?
Oh yeah, body wave and water wave.
Okay,
heat wave. It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Well, Angela, aka Blac Chyna, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on everything. That was
Thank you.
10 different things you have going on, but we
Yes.
love it. You've always been an entrepreneur.
Thank you.
All right, way up with
lady.
Angela Yee. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up with any of your questions. We are here to help on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Everybody whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Maino is here.
Yep.
New Maino. Jasmine Brand is here. And
Happy Monday.
We are doing Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Hello, who's this?
My name is Miss Mitchell.
Okay.
I've called before.
Yep, I remember you. Hey, Miss Mitchell.
Hey, right now, I'm a mom. I'm an empty nester. But one of my sons have moved back home. He's 22. He has some mental health challenges. He doesn't think he does, but I know he does, because I went through some things of my own, but I've overcome. I went through therapy and all of that, did my work. But he doesn't feel like anything is wrong, and right now he's not doing anything in the house. He's not helping. I actually had to call a crisis, and he was in involuntary care at the hospital, and they felt like he should be there, and they released him, but he came back home. He's not following up. He's not going to appointments. He's not taking medication. And I pretty much knew that, but I don't know what I can do, because this is my son. I would never put him out. I don't want to go that direction, because that's the easy route for most people, but I'm not that type of person. But I feel kind of like a prisoner in my home, in a sense. Like I got to tiptoe around him. I don't have time. I'm a very assertive woman, but I don't have, I'm not going to argue with you.
Right.
And, sometimes when I'm talking, he says that when I lower my voice, I'm manipulating him. When I'm talking like this, I'm yelling at him. So it's like I cannot do anything. You know what I'm saying? I want to love him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what else to do with a 22-year-old man. He's very more than capable. If he gets the help that he needs, he would be productive.
Right.
But he just don't feel like he hasn't been out the house in 6 months. That was one of the reasons why I had to call crisis.
Oh, wow.
Not out the house or anything.
Where's his father also?
Well, he was with his father. He has a bad history, in my opinion, with his father. His father was there, but his father is he doesn't believe in mental health. He doesn't believe in any of that. He's very traditional. He's very old school. His father and I are totally different. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I don't want to hide my head in the sand, because it's hurtful to see your son hurting.
and not helping himself.
Is he depressed? Is he dealing with depression?
He is depressed. He won't say he's depressed, but I don't see him laughing. He's not smiling. He's really in his own isolated world.
I don't think putting him out is the answer. I don't think putting him out into the street is the answer. But I think that he absolutely does need some help and needs somebody to talk to. He needs an outlet. Maybe there's things that he's been holding on the inside that he has to find an outlet to let go.
And I understand that, Maino. What I'm saying is that he's been resistant. This child has been resistant since he was a baby.
Right.
He doesn't like doctors. He never liked it. He's like a militant. He is definitely resistant to the system. He doesn't believe in the vaccine. He doesn't believe in any of those things. You know what I'm saying? He knows that I got the vaccine, he feels like I'm being brainwashed because I got the vaccine. And, sometimes I sit in my house, I'm like, damn, am I going crazy? It just that bad. Like,
and the problem is we don't want you to not be able to operate at the best of your ability because this can be also hard on you. And while you don't want to be selfish and feel that way because you're giving your all to trying to help your son, you also need to make sure that you're good in order to make sure that he's good.
Well, I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for a while, so I do have a little outlet. And my life is, I told you I was working on my podcast. I'm working on different things, so I do have an outlet.
Right.
But to just go back in the house and see my son suffer, and I had a conversation with him today because I'm in school. I said, I don't have any money going out, or coming in the house. Can you help? Or I don't even really want him to get a job. I'm like, maybe at some point he's going to have to get SSI or something. I don't want him to do that because that's a monthly.
I also kind of feel like you might need some outside help, right? And so I want to make sure that you get the resources that you need because you're trying to cope with this on your own and you should never feel like you have to do that.
Right.
And so we have to figure out what organizations can be helpful for you to get some outside help because clearly you want to make sure that he's good, but you also don't want to do that at a disadvantage to yourself. Okay, so hold on the line. I'm going to link you with Dr. Jasper. He's a good friend to the show, and he can help you find some resources that could be beneficial.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for sharing, Miss Mitchell.
Hold on, Miss Mitchell.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was Ask Yee. Sometimes things are above us, and I'm not a mental health expert, and so I don't want to give wrong advice ever. Right. But we do have last word when we come back. 800-292-5150 is a number you can always call during the show, during the weekend, whatever, and leave your last words. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Maino, a.k.a. Jermaino, is here with us. Yes. I do want to say a rest in peace to Clay Evans.
Yes. That's right, man. My man Clay.
Yes, he was from Grand Hustle, vice president of Grand Hustle.
Definitely.
And recently passed away. I saw a lot of people paying tribute. Clay was a great guy.
Yeah.
He's booked me for a few things.
Yeah.
I knew Clay very well.
He's honestly a great person.
No, he was dope. We always tell the story about how he got me booked in Atlanta and how, he was like, yo, listen, it's this guy that, we gonna have open up for you, right? And I was like, it's all cool. He said, this is a little kid, he's Usher's artist, we gonna have him open up for you. And it was like, all right, cool. He went out there and he didn't have no songs. He performed Usher's hits and the crowd loved him. He was dancing. That was Justin Bieber.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Justin Bieber open for you?
Yeah, it was a fact.
What a story.
Okay, that's an amazing story. He just booked me for a couple of things. It wasn't
But he wasn't the Justin Bieber yet.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, of course.
He wasn't him yet.
All right, well,
still a great story.
Rest in peace and our condolences to Clay Evans' family and friends and loved ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, welcome home to Mouse.
Welcome home, Mouse. Mouse home. My brother.
Maino's real brother.
Yeah, my real.
His real. How long was he locked up?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Welcome
He's
home.
an author.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. Gangsters Don't Die is his book that he did. It's back out. It's on Amazon.com. I mean, you can order it. And he got a new book coming.
Okay.
Nice.
See, I like when people use their time wisely.
That's right.
Make that money, The Jermaino family. All right, but yes, welcome home to Mouse. And thank you to Blac Chyna, a.k.a. Angela White, for joining us. What you smiling for like that?
Let me tell y'all, this smile that Maino has on his
You gotta
face.
stop. You gotta stop.
He did a smile in the nine.
You gotta stop, though.
Angela White.
Wow. You gotta stop.
All right, so make sure you check out that full interview on our YouTube, Way Up with Yee. Also, I want to thank Adam Oremland for calling in, the law bulldog, kind of shedding some light on what's happening with Judge Joe Brown and Cheryl Lee Ralph. And we want to thank you always for listening. 800-292-5150. Let's hear your last words.
Hey, what's going on, Angela Yee? This is Artist in the Boss from Springfield, Mass. Just calling to shine a light on you, you know, for doing big things. You got your own show popping. You know, also Jasmine Brand. I want to shout her out, too. You know, I want to tell her, you know, to treat you like a delicate flower because, you know, you got a lot that you have to deal with day to day. You know, that's all I want to shine a light on. You ladies have a good day and enjoy, and Angela, keep doing your thing.
Hi, I would like to shine a light on my niece, K. Michelle Costin. Today she's being honored at Dillard University for making a dean list. Congratulations, K. Michelle, from your Aunt Lolita.
Man, the craziest thing that ever happened, man, was my old lady shaving my ass, man.
Going way up